challenge.
And we're live. We are here, we exist, and we're all wearing floral decorative shirts. It's great. We're having a great time. And why are we in the wrong places?
I'm the DM now. Hello.
I thought I fixed this.
I'm in the right place.
It's just you.
I'll be your DM.
I fixed this earlier, and for some reason, it decided to hate me.
I mean,
it might be my fault because
Yes, it is your fault,
put on
Anna.
my shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's fixed.
Dang.
All right, that's okay.
I'm not the DM anymore.
No, you're not. Hello, Misty Mountain Memes. Welcome. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Now, if we're all set, everyone's got their fantasy caps on. Fantasy shirts, really, I should say. And hello, I am Luke, your DM, your humble DM, who has godlike power over the rest of these individuals. And kicking it off with introductions, we have Luke.
Oh, shoot. Hey, I'm Luke. And I play Tyler Trueshot, who's this kind of really, full of himself ranger character, and who is of the human variety. Tyler can shoot a bow really good. Fun fact. And Luke didn't prepare his fun fact and didn't even think of it till I'm going to say 5 seconds ago. So, sorry about that, guys. Really wasn't prepared at all.
Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Next up we have Deanna.
Hello, I'm Deanna. I play our chaotic gremlin of a wood elf rogue named Isira, or Is. And my fun fact this week is that, this whole situation in this cave reminds me of that one time that my wife tried some new ingredients in her homemade goodberry jam. And well, we kind of woke up 2 days later in an owlbear nest.
Golly.
Fun times.
They were adorable. Not like these guys.
No. The ones y'all encountered most previously were not as adorable. Now, per request, Roxanne, we're introducing you next.
Hi, I'm Roxanne. I play Storm, who is our Centaur fighter, wild surge sorcerer. And Storm's fun fact is that she's deadly allergic to goodberry jam.
Ooh.
Now Deanna knows that, but does Iz know that?
Iz does not know that. Storm has not revealed her weaknesses.
But Storm knows that, right?
Storm knows that.
Okay, good.
Oh, next up we have my wonderful wife, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna. And I play Lyra, who is a tiefling bard. And my fun fact today about Lyra, I had to write it down. So Lyra's dream retirement job is to go work at that farm that everybody told her was like over the Rainbow Bridge where all of the pets go. And she never realized that was a euphemism for death. So she thinks it's a real place that exists in her world that she will one day find and work at in retirement. So that's Lyra.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh god. We need to protect her at all costs. We can't let her know any of these things.
Too precious.
I'm gonna tell her.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
Last and certainly not least, we have AJ.
Hi, I'm AJ. I will be playing your cool bro, halfling cleric Dolf Fitzgerald with a little bit of warlock in him. And my fun fact for Dolf is that when he was back in his village, his order frequently went on vacations, hence why he loved this is his outfit for when he goes on vacation with his family. He puts on a Hawaiian shirt, but I guess in this fantasy land it's not called a Hawaiian shirt, it's called a Feywild shirt. He wears his Feywild shirt and he goes on vacations every so often with his order. And that was the best part of being in that village, was leaving and going someplace else.
Ooh.
I like that Feywild shirt. I feel like I wish that we had Hawaiian, like that had the Hawaiian shirt color scheme and aesthetic, but like when you look closely, it's all magical D&D stuff. I think that'd be really sick.
Nah, that would be ideal. It's all just vines that are actually twisting.
Hey, that is a magical item for later on that we can find. Okay, all right, cool.
The magic is that the designs move.
I guess they technically make that. It's Glimmerweave, no?
Yeah. A lot of magical tattoos will do that as well. So, anyways. And I play everyone else. Everyone else you meet in this world that is not one of these 5 individuals is me. Welcome. So glad you could all join us. Now, one bit of business before we begin. As Storm is a wild magic sorcerer, normally there's a bit of a small table that they would roll on. But I discovered and sent to Storm a D10,000 wild magic table. And so that's a lot of numbers. We're not going to bother rolling on that. Basically, what we're going to do is anytime she needs to roll on the Magic Wild table, we're just going to go to the chat. We're going to ask you, the viewers, to put in a random number between 1 and 10,000. And whichever one pops up first is the one we're going to use, just to make things easier. Tonight, we already have the first one chosen, but they don't know what it's going to do. So, yeah. So the first one that happens tonight was already taken care of. But after that, we'll turn to the chat and have you viewers 420.
It's already started.
Yeah. To be fair, the
It's
first
already
number
begun.
was 69. That was the first number that was chosen.
Ayo.
So, yeah, really all the meme numbers have come out
should we
already.
give a
First
shout out?
things.
Should we give a shout out to who chose the first number?
Yes. Is
It-
she watching or is
AJ.
she right there with you, AJ?
She is currently not in the room or watching right now, for she is at the store.
Ah. Well,
Well,
shout out to AJ's girlfriend for giving us the first number.
8,008.
Oh my gosh. So many memes. Oh my gosh. These are great.
I suppose Storm could wear a one-piece suit.
We were talking about the beach episode.
Oh, the beach episode. Got it.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
kind of swimsuit would a centaur wear? My vote is for a one piece, just like a scuba suit.
Storm doesn't wear pants, guys.
Yeah, it'd just be like the top. It's just like,
It would
one piece,
just
but
be
the
a
bottom's
top.
just like a flap. Anyways,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started.
we're already in to the
This isn't the
mystical
beach.
world.
This is a cave.
Oh, well, wonderful. Now let us really put on on the weed 420, what you smoking? All right. Distracted too easily tonight. Anyways, we're gonna jump right into the fantasy now. Last we left off, you all had managed to acquire the tapestry, put Sovelia into cuffs or just tied up, and make it a few days and kind of understand how she did what she did. And then it began. Rain was on the forecast for the next day, and so you all had to hide in a cave to avoid the tapestry from getting wet. Unfortunately for you, you all were followed by a large amount of large owl bears and had to deal with that while also attempting to save Gabo, which successfully was done. And you defeated all of the owl bears quite deftly, and it was impressive. And last we left off, Gabo was sobbing or crying softly on his knees with all of you comforting him, as he just defeated the owlbear that had given him the nasty scars across his torso. So, with that, you now have Gabo, small goblin child, on his knees, just kind of weeping gently, still in the cave. Just, what do y'all do?
I believe I had sent Cass out of the cave to go look for Sevilla.
You did, yes. I don't remember I had you make a perception check with Cass.
I don't think so.
All right, so go ahead and do that for me.
While that's happening, no, go ahead. No, go
Not
ahead.
20.
Nat 20. All right.
First roll of the night. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
This is going to be interesting. She's had some time. So, with the nat 20, you're not able to see Sovelia. You are able to see the direction that she apparently left. With Cass, you see the ropes actually, the ropes are around her wrist. Well, actually, no, those had been cut in the cave to help fight the owlbears. So you just see a path that she has taken away from the cave. It is still raining heavily outside. And you're able to just see the direction she went, which is back into Nostrhaver, the town where y'all have been. And that's about all Cass can see. Sovelia did have a bit of a head start.
So I'm in his senses, and I'm just gonna say she's booking it to town.
So while that was happening, Dolf, from last time, Dolf used calm emotions to just more quell Gabo's rage, and more. He's letting him still feel his emotions and everything, but just not so violently.
Yes, a bit calmer now. That's why he's just gently weeping.
Yeah. Dolph is gonna put his hand on Gabo's back and see how Gabo reacts to that.
Gabo kind of just is kind of leans into it a little bit just to have a bit of consolation.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything to Gabo. I'm just making sure that he knows that we're here, and if he needs us, we're just.
Yeah, he just leans into it, and he's just kind of like breathing heavily at this one. He's starting to calm down, and after about a minute, he lifts his head up, and his eyes are just bloodshot from crying, and his nose is runny, ugly cry he just had. But he says, I think I need to take what is it? A trophy, I think, is what it's called. At least that's what I think they called it. The hunters in my village, they would take one after they killed a big animal that was dangerous.
That's a great idea. Tyler says, I take trophies of animals all the time. I think it's a really great idea. And he says, we could, if you want, we could cut off one of the heads and we could mount it on something if you want.
That's
what I like to do.
We can take the beak, make it a necklace that you wear. We can make a pelt to put from the fur to make it some clothing for you. What would you like, Cabo?
Storm would like to lean down and whisper to him, "You also don't have to take anything if you don't want to. It was your fight that you won. Whatever makes you feel best."
I think I would like to take one, and I'll take care of it myself if that's okay with you, ma'ams and sirs.
That's fair.
And he just kind of shakily stands up and walks up to just the front right paw of the dead owlbear, that massive owlbear that was really dead set on attacking Gabo before. And he takes his short sword and he just breathes and he just hacks through this the front, kind of just above the ankle of this dead owlbear, until he eventually does successfully cut off the front paw. And it's bigger than he is. Its paw is massive, and you see him cut through it. And then he kind of reaches in, grabs one of the toes to pick it up, and kind of slings it over his shoulder. And he kind of just walks over to, if you remember, there was like this strange finger-looking things made of stone in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
He goes kind of to one of the remaining ones that the owlbear had not crushed, and he kind of leans his back against it and sets the paw down, and he starts kind of like cleaning up the paw, like gutting it, taking out all the meat and stuff, and taking the fur off. It's clear he's done something like this before.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave Gabo to doing whatever he's doing, and turn to the rest of the party and is like, I guess once this rain clears up, we head into town. She wasn't really part of the plan that we had. She didn't really take any of the stuff back anyway.
She didn't take any of the stuff back, did she?
Oh, I just realized I have a sword in my hand as well, just out.
Just about.
Yeah.
Is out and about.
I think
What's he
it.
saying about all this?
Rune has been very quiet. He's picked up. Well, it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It has just kind of been very quiet, observing the social interaction between you and Gabo. And
Rune, what are your pronouns?
Whatever. I'm a sword. I don't have those.
Gotcha.
Just
all right.
My name.
Okay, Rune. All right, cool.
Yeah. No. This is strange. What is a small creature? What is a trophy, and why is it important?
Well, I mean,
I'll let Tyler explain
well,
this.
you
All right.
see,
Here. Rune flies out of your hand, Dolph, and into
God.
Tyler's. And now your arm basically is not of your own control at this point. Now, please tell me, what is value of trophy?
Okay, well, you see, you know how like not anybody can destroy a giant beast.
Why not?
Because some people are like weak and not as fast and not as cool.
Are they not? Why are they not dead?
Good question. I guess the beasts just haven't gotten them yet. But you see, people like me and Gabo over here, we slay beasts, and a cool way to let people know that I am capable of slaying beasts is to cut off a piece of that beast and put it on your wall. And
That seems very stupid. All right,
What?
I no longer care about trophies, and flies out of your hand and back into Dolph's.
what was it?
Ding. my
Yeah, you're starting to
My
get
arm was
feeling
so
back in your
dead.
arm.
My arm was so dead, and I was starting to get feeling back into it, and now it's gone again.
Rejected. Dang.
Ugh.
Now, you were saying something, I believe earlier.
Oh, while this was happening, they just hear me say she was running to town.
Yes.
And then I guess my concern is that she's gonna tell everyone that we stole everything, and this time I really didn't.
I don't think that's really a concern.
Well,
She didn't seem. No, go ahead, Lyra.
Goodbye.
It's just I don't think she was really concerned about us. It was more of just like she stole it for sport. I don't think she's gonna tattle on us.
Also, everybody knows that we were looking for the things.
Okay.
Also,
But-
we've been in town for like a really small amount of time, and the stuff was stolen before we got here.
Okay.
How's the paw stuffing going over there, Gabo?
He's just very quietly, he's made pretty quick work of it. He's managed to get all of the fur off from around the paw and is cleaned that. And now he's working on getting the claws out of the paw. And he's getting that done kind of slowly. And these claws are the size of large daggers. I mean, like half the length of a short sword. These are huge. And so he is, and there's about 5 on this paw, so he's trying to take all of them.
Is he taking them off the paw?
He is taking them off the paw.
Okay.
I mean, I say
Gabo, is there anything I can give you a hand with here? You know, I too am a man of the woods, so.
Well, sir, if I could use some help getting these claws off, sir.
It'd be my pleasure. And Tyler is going to begin to remove the claws by using his dagger to try to separate the claw from the flesh.
All right. I'm going to say you can do this one of 2 ways. You can either try to kind of like get in between and kind of like dexterously snap it apart from that, or you can just try and brute strength it.
I was gonna try to dexterously, as if I was someone who has done this stuff before.
All right, in that case,
I don't know, Tyler. You make it seem like you haven't done this before.
Luke hasn't done this before. Tyler has many mounted heads on his wall.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Where's my? There it is. And that would be a 20, not natural.
Nice. Yeah, with that 20, you're able to kind of go claw to claw and just get like a knife in there and just kind of like with a quick little swish, pop them off.
Awesome.
You've done this to bears many times, and owlbears are the same, just bigger. So you're definitely able to help Gabo get these claws off.
Cool. So I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna hand them to Gabo, and as I do it, I'm gonna say, Gabo, if you don't mind me asking, I noticed, when we fought, say, those spiders in the cave a while ago, you were very gung-ho and very, assertive. And I realized the owlbears are much bigger. And I know you've also had a run-in with them before. I was just wondering, you've got a very kind of emotional reaction to this scenario. I was just wondering, is there something especially something special about these owl bears, and you know what I'm asking?
He nods just kind of gently and says, well, sir, this one that I just took the paw off of, he's the one who gave me all these, and he kind of lifts up his shirt to show you the like large bite mark that had been across his chest and back. He says, "This is the bear that I asked you what a bear was, and you described it. It sounded very much like this. So this was the bear that did this to me, sir."
Right. Okay. Yes. Well, then it is very good that it is now that we've taken care of it. We are, we're not the type of people that get eaten by beasts. You and I, we're the type of people that stab them in the eye and then later come back and finish them off. Right.
He laughs a little bit and he says, "Yes, sir. I think so."
All right. Do you have any plans for these claws? And he hands them back to him.
I don't know yet, sir. I'm gonna figure that out.
All right.
Cool. And Tyler, go ahead and take a point of inspiration, please.
Ooh, thanks.
Also, AJ, you as well, or Dolf, you take a point of inspiration as well.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, this whole time, Lyra is like bleeding out on the floor.
Oh, wait, I thought we healed you.
I have 6 health points and a level exhaustion, so I'm
Alright.
just gonna lay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna, as Lyra is laying down on the cold hard ground, I'm gonna suggest is like, so I don't think we're really in any position to move anywhere. Let's just wait the rain out, and we'll figure out what to do next.
What time of day is it? Is it like
It's-
late enough that we could just make camp here for the night?
I mean, it's like noon. It's not.
Oh.
I mean, y'all had like traveled earlier y'all had left earlier that morning. Y'all had not gone super far when you noticed the rain was coming. Like finding the cave was your first like goal of the day because you saw the rain coming off in the distance. So it's not late, but the rain is not letting up.
All right, can I take a nap?
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting. Like we just stay here, wait till the rain lets up,
Use some of my hit dice.
get some healing in, and Luke, it's up to you whether you want to make this short or long rest.
How long's this rain lasting?
Well, if y'all don't have any other things you want to do right now, the rain does last like into the night.
Okay.
So the rain is heavy. It doesn't really let up the whole time. It's just, it's a downpour, which is not super uncommon for the time of year y'all are in, but this is just a especially rough rain.
Storm will turn to the party and say, I don't mind taking first watch if you all would like to rest.
Yeah, all right. I think that's good.
Yeah, I am bleeding also a little.
Who could I wake up to take over?
Me.
I thought you were bleeding, Tyler.
Yeah, but I'll be good. I'll be good by that time.
I'll be fine.
All right, I'll wake you up when I can't keep my eyes open any longer.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, if y'all don't want to do anything else, we just go into sleep, and y'all feel very safe in this cave, knowing, you don't feel like more owlbears are going to come and attack you. So it's a very calm night, not even make you make perception checks through the night. It's just very calm and very quiet in the cave. You hear just the gentle dripping of water, and you can smell the moisture in the air and kind of like the sweet scent of the mushrooms that are growing around. They smell kind of sweet.
Storm wants to investigate those mushrooms, and if they seem like they're perfectly safe to eat, she's going to just take a few.
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Do you need a long rest to get rid of exhaustion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So-
believe so, yeah.
So, but this is a long rest, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, that's 12.
12.
And did we level up?
Did fight owlbears.
We'll get there.
I know. I just always gotta ask.
Well, it's Penardi. Lucky you. Storm, you actually recognize these mushrooms. And you recognize them as some pretty dope shrooms.
I forage all of them.
Oh,
Yes,
I don't eat them all. I would like that to be very clear. I just now own all of these magic mushrooms.
I'm going to say
For
you
a
now
later.
have...
Oh no.
There's a lot in this cave, and if you're taking all of them, you have about a pound of shrooms.
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
my
I have
word.
a pound of mushrooms. Now I'm hiding it from everyone.
Okay.
All right, and you're the only one awake, so no need to make a stealth check. You know these as oh gosh.
I feel like Storm would know them because she definitely ate some in her youth.
Yes. These are what is known on the street as scatum. Weird name. But one side effect that is experienced is unintentionally scatting.
Oh.
So it's counteracted by the trip, but yeah.
Right.
So
so nervous for like when these are coming out.
Okay. Storm's not going to drug you guys. She's going
I
to.
don't believe
I'm
it.
worried about the NPCs that we will encounter.
Oh yeah, she will drug them.
Oh no.
oh no.
They'll do.
You've done this to yourself, Luke.
That's true.
You can get a pound of them. That's so many mushrooms.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, if you remember the map, there was a lot of mushrooms in there.
That's true.
So when we wake up and see that all the mushrooms are gone,
That's normal, right?
do they just walk away? Because Is might accept that as the answer.
What mushrooms?
Well, we'll go ahead and say you wake up. It's now morning, so you all wake up. Who has a passive perception above a 12?
I do.
I do. I have a passive. I have a passive of 14.
Mine is 19.
To be fair,
19.
Tyler took second watch, so they could blame Tyler.
That's true. Well, Tyler, when you do wake up, you do notice mushrooms are missing. Does that concern you at all?
Can I have Tyler do the nature check to see if
Yes.
he knows those are crazy
Correct.
mushrooms?
Yes.
Because that would change my perception of what took place. Sorry, 12? I don't remember what it.
That is exactly it. You also recognize these mushrooms. Though you may not have done them in the past, you know that they do weird things to people.
Okay, so I'm going to so let's say that's like, did Storm go back to sleep after like when I woke up?
I mean, she would have woken you up and waited until you were like
Okay.
coherent and not
Okay.
going to roll
I'm
back.
just trying to figure out if you're regardless. So
There's
either
usually a 5-minute window before she like laid down to go to sleep.
okay, well let's say during that 5-minute window, I noticed that the magic mushrooms are gone. I'm gonna say, hey, Storm, did you eat all of the mushrooms in here?
Storm's going to look around, very confused looking, trying to play off that she has no clue what he's talking about.
Storm,
She's going to say, I didn't eat anything. I was practicing some of my low level spells that don't have any effects that I can't control. Perhaps when I was practicing mold's earth, perhaps the mushrooms got kind of churned up.
Okay, that's good. I was just nervous because you see, a lot of people might not know this because not everyone is a man of the woods. But being a man of the woods, I happen to know that these
Oh my
mushrooms
God.
will mess you up. So I'm glad to hear that you didn't eat all of these mushrooms. That would have.
I almost ate one. I'm very glad I didn't.
Oh my goodness! I was going to mention it before, but then the owlbear thing happened, and so. Okay, well, it's just as long as I just thought maybe you ate them all, and I just thought, wouldn't that be something?
I love Tyler so much.
I just love that he just chose to like auto fail an insight check.
I know. I was about to say like, all right, insight and deception. Nah, that's perfect. I'm happy if y'all in character like, nah, I wouldn't get this. I love it. That's 10/10.
It seems on brand.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go look for some beasties, or whatever. I don't know. I'm just gonna look around this game.
Good luck with your watch, Tyler. I'm gonna go to sleep. Wake me up if you find anything suspicious. Don't eat the mushrooms. Remember.
All right. Oh, I know. Don't you eat the mushrooms? Okay.
Well, I won't.
All right. And Tyler's just gonna peek around the cave and see if he sees anything. Not that I'm expecting.
No, yeah, nothing really particular. It's just
All right.
it's
Just
a cave. It's wet. It's damp, and
Lots
there
of
are
dead
still
owlbears
a
around
lot of
here.
dead owl bears, and there's still some mushrooms, but not the same kind.
So Tyler, during the rest of his watch, kind of like plays with the dead owl bears, kind of like oh, Tyler, you're the biggest, most handsome and strong man ever. And I'm like, yes, I am, Mr. Owlbear. And that's kind of
No, I need a whole production right now. 15 minutes, go.
So this is a great time to remind you all that Iz doesn't sleep. She meditates.
So is this seeing all of
No, I don't see it because I'm like at the train.
Tyler, how did you get so strong?
Probably
Were you
hearing all
born
of
this way? Yes, I was. I'm just.
But
very
how loud
strong.
is Tyler being with this? Like, is it loud enough to wake the rest of us up?
I would say, like, I'm assuming you guys are kind of sleeping in one area of the cave, and I'm gonna say I'm like probably like 40 feet over, but I am like, I don't know, in a mumble talk speak distance. Like, I'm not yelling.
I for sure know Storm is not sleeping near the dead carcasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stinky and also lots of blood. So she
I mean,
probably
we're also in a damp cave, which means echoes.
That's
that's true.
It does echo just enough. Oh, it's amazing. Oh. All right. Well, after that, all of you do wake up. And we all of you have enough passive perception to notice the mushrooms are gone. Does that concern any of the rest of you?
Yes.
No.
I don't think so.
All right, so in that case, go ahead and make that nature check to see if you know what kind of mushrooms these are.
Nature. 17.
All right, yeah, you definitely also. The scatum shrooms are fairly well known. There's dealers and whatnot, so you would know that what kind of mushrooms these were.
For a year.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I wanna see if either Storm or Tyler are looking a little shifty.
I don't think Storm is at all. I think she feels like she's overly confident that she got away with it.
Can I?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I?
All right, yeah, the way I'm going to do this is, Storm, I'm going to have you roll performance,
Okay.
and then is you roll insight.
I got an 8.
Oh my god. Okay, I wish I was kidding. I rolled a nat 1, but with my modifier, it's a 10.
But it's a nat 1.
That's a nat 1. That's a
I have a +9. I technically
That is
beat you on the
true.
roll.
That's insane. A +9.
Expertise is wild.
Yeah, and insight, yeah, that's all right. With that, man, I don't think that's one of those things. I don't think I've said whether or not nat ones in skill checks were just like nat ones. I don't remember if I went over that in session 0.
I don't think you did either.
My modifiers.
That's
are a
up to
little
that's
wild,
up that's
so-
up to you, Luke. That's up to you if you.
I feel
if
like nat ones are
is-
just more fun when they also count in skill checks.
I would say the chat's agreeing with you.
Yeah,
So does that mean my modifiers are useless?
with
Only for nat ones.
Only for nat ones, and I will still be very lenient with that because I know sometimes it's like that can be kind of weird, but for this instance,
Funny.
yeah, you definitely don't notice anything weird about Storm or Tyler.
Fine.
So, but if you roll a 2, you get to add all those modifiers.
I mean, if you're concerned though, like you just simply don't distrust Storm. That doesn't mean you can't,
Yeah, you can still
inquire.
ask about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just means
No,
she doesn't appear sketchy to you.
No, but I'm like keeping an eye on both of you. I don't know, who would have done it. It could have been like I would have probably assumed that Tyler just got hungry and ate them all, honestly. So I'll be keeping more of an eye on Tyler.
Tyler's practicing archery into dead owlbear.
Especially after in my trance hearing him talking to owlbears that are
That's
dead.
fair.
Yeah.
It would not be unreasonable for you to think that he might have definitely had some.
Sure.
Oh.
It's always fun when you play a character whose regular activity could be perceived as on drugs. Like
Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, so you're all awake now. It's the next day. And looking outside, you see the rain has calmed down. It's still pretty wet outside, but the sky's clear. Save for like a few clouds, but it's not like it's somewhat overcast.
Shall we make our way back to town?
Let's.
As Tyler starts to pack up to get out of the cave, I'm going to minor illusion one of the owlbears to make it sound like it's talking to him.
Oh no.
It's gonna say, "Yeah, you were so cool. You killed me, and it was awesome."
What is Gobbo gonna do with that?
Is
Because
this,
that happens out loud, doesn't it?
is this loud enough for other people?
My God.
Okay. Can I roll to perceive that?
I believe it's an investigation check to be able to tell whether or not the minor illusion is an illusion.
Okay, I would.
I
Like to
mean,
roll
I
for
think we're
that.
all rolling against that.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
this is out loud. Everyone's hearing this.
I know that we have to roll for it, but I think Lyra would be immediately suspicious if it is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Just-
forgot about all these character stats. Oh no. Oh no!
If
I'm going to stab that bear.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled
So
a
like
nat
I
one.
definitely
I rolled a nat 1 and I have a -2 to my investigation. I'm stabbing that bear.
Storm got a 22, so would she know that is at that point? She's going to immediately go over to Gobbo because she thinks it's gonna freak him the fuck out.
But yeah, Gobbo hops up with his pulls out his short sword immediately, and
So I'm
has a
gonna run
panic
over to
look in
him
his
and be
eye.
Like, it was just Iz. I think she's trying to mess probably with Tyler if I had to guess. It's not
As Tyler and Dolf are beating the shit out
Hold
of
up,
his dead
because
bear.
it said the
I-
bear. You said how are you so cool?
I said, wow, you're so cool. You killed me yesterday and it was awesome.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just be like suspicious, but like, thank you. But then if Dolph goes and starts stabbing it, then I'll be like,
I rolled a nat 1 and I have a -2 modifier to my
I think that's
investigation.
valid. I think
I'm
that's
stabbing
valid.
that bear.
Yeah, you 100% think this bear is alive and talking, but like somehow undead, and you're freaked out.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
And
yes.
so I'm going to like, at first I was like kind of into it, but now that I see like,
you know what?
yeah.
You know what?
And I'm just looking at Storm and Gabo and Lyra and just going,
Immediately just Eldritch Blast it.
I like that.
All right. Yeah, it's a corpse, so you don't have to roll to hit. You just Eldritch blast it, and it just a good chunk of it just kind of incinerates, and some of it's on fire. Oh.
All right. Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Yeah.
On that note, maybe we should.
You heard
leave.
that, right? Okay.
I heard
Like-
that. No.
Yeah, I heard that too. I mean, honestly, he sounded like a fan, but still, kind of a good call, I think.
heard what?
Storm wants to pull Tyler aside as they're walking out and in very hushed tones go, Tyler, I told you not to eat the mushrooms.
I didn't think I ate. Did I? I
Did you eat the mushrooms?
I really don't think that I did, but like, I am. This is confusing.
I was talking to you.
Maybe just I was too close to the mushrooms.
Maybe.
You know?
have
Maybe I
heard
just
that
breathed
they-
bad mushroom air.
Spores. I've heard that they can release their spores sometimes, and
I
that,
think-
that can get you.
Yeah, I think maybe it did. Maybe if you could just make sure I don't do anything else weird today.
Tyler, I'm going to be very, very, very honest with you.
Uh-huh.
You do weird shit all the time, bud. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
She's got a point.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye out for you. Should I
Okay.
tell the others that you might
No.
have
No.
Oh, secret then.
I don't want them to think I'm a mushroom junkie.
Can I-
Secret then.
do I hear this with a 19 perception, by the way, passive?
I mean, how quiet are you? Are Storm and
I
Tyler?
said hush tones. Do you want
Yeah.
us to roll?
I'm
stealth?
whispering.
I
just
mean, if
wanna
you're
know
trying to
if
hide
I
it, then yes, roll stealth.
Okay. Yeah, because like I'm definitely just in it to mess with Tyler.
I got a nat 20 to my stealth.
On the direct opposite scale of the die, I got a nat 1.
Oh,
my
perfect.
god. What?
Wow.
Just get these
So-
nat ones out now.
What is
Get these nat ones
happening?
out now.
What is
So many
happening
now.
here?
Yeah, so is you 100% hear Storm say that like
He's
loud
saying
and clear.
Storm.
Everyone really hears that. But you cannot hear Tyler's response.
Mushroom.
But Storm, the fact that I don't want you to tell other people, and nobody else knows that's our little secret.
That's our little secret.
Don't tell
But
anyone.
Is this just gonna skip out of the cave?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's
it's
go
time
to
to
town.
go. Okay.
I don't want to cast hideous laughter on Tyler.
No. Let's go.
Lyra's like in the woods already.
That's all right. Good.
Lyra's been gone for the past
I want to
10
be in the
minutes.
woods
Yeah.
too.
I want to cast hideous laughter on Tyler.
Oh,
God.
are you?
Oh
So
my-
you are doing it.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
do it.
god.
All right.
I
So
have a laughing fit really bad.
Oh my god.
What's
Tyler,
my-
you must make.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's right.
That would be a 9.
You start
No.
crying. You're laughing so hard.
Yeah,
You don't take any damage or anything. You're just prone on the ground. But I feel like Tyler definitely thinks he.
Oh, I'm prone on the ground. I'm like rolling around on the ground.
you're
Oh
rolling
no.
around in fits of laughter, and I feel like that would make Tyler think he definitely accidentally ate one of the shrooms.
now, Tyler, I'm gonna have you make a Constitution check while you're
Oh,
laughing,
no.
real quick.
Okay, that would be a 7.
You pee yourself a little bit from
Oh
laughing.
no!
Yeah.
A little bit, like a little bit, so that I know.
Just a
or
little
bit so
squirt that you
everyone
know.
knows? Just enough that I know.
Yeah, just enough that you know.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Uh.
Okay. So that's happening.
I feel like Anna's done with us. Anna's done with us.
Not even Lyra.
Tyler laughed so hard he peed. Tyler is very concerned for the effect, the atmospheric effect of being too close to mushrooms. Is laughing hysterically. How long does this last?
Up to 10 minutes. Up to 10 minutes.
Up to a minute if I concentrate on it. I'm not going to concentrate on it. I'm just going to let it be. This happens for maybe like 45 seconds.
Okay.
And then I'll drop the spell.
Okay.
And ask Tyler, are you okay?
Okay. Tyler's going to try to regain his composure. He's going to tuck. I don't know if any of his. Yeah, I guess he does wear pants. He's going to kind of move his legs over a little bit to cover up his manhood and just try to regain his composure and just kind of act like nothing is. Try to somehow pretend like he didn't just fall to the floor laughing, because he doesn't want people to think that he's under the effects of mushrooms. So he's going to regain his composure as much as he can. And it's time to, I really think it's time to go. It's time to leave now.
Yes,
It was time to go 30 minutes ago. What is going on?
I'm really sorry. I'm okay. Everything is okay. I think we're all okay.
Yeah, let's head to town.
Just to address the looming question of if I have to roll on that enormous table or not. I rolled a 15, so I do not.
Is this trying really hard to like contain her own laughter at this whole situation?
Okay.
Oh man.
Lyra is trudging ahead. She's done.
So just to be clear, who has which item? I know I have rune. Who has I think Storm has the tapestry.
Yeah.
And
I believe
Lyra has the weird weather fisherman
Anti-Kethrum
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
you have all three of the missing items. Yeah. So and y'all are now heading back to town, yes?
Yeah.
Perfect. Y'all are able to make it.
Whoa.
I apologize.
There's another owlbear.
There's another owlbear. Its name is Pinto. I stopped petting her with my foot, so she got upset.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, right. All right, so y'all are able to get to town within the day. Doesn't take long. It's a lovely day. And y'all get back into those wide fields that are just outside the city that supply food and vegetables and all that for the city. And as you get to those, y'all notice Gabo kind of somehow starts to make himself look smaller. How he kind of shrinks down. He's looking around he seems very, very very unsure of where he is and the amount of people that he's already seen, just the farmers. That's not even that many people.
Are you all right, then?
Yes, Miss Storm. I'm fine.
It can be overwhelming. I lived in the woods for quite a while, and my first time in the city, I care not to remember that. If you would like, you can tuck yourself into the tapestry on my back and kind of gradually get used to the sounds and the sights.
That's okay, ma'am. I think I'd prefer to just be low and small for now, if that's okay.
I'm gonna hold Gabo's hand.
Oh, you beat me to it. No.
Perfect. He takes it and kind of he just kind of nods, and is still very kind of definitely seems very scared, but not in just more in the kind of frightened of new surroundings and the amount of people and all that.
I'm gonna take a cloak out of my bag and offer it to him.
He takes it and he just kind of wraps it. And considering how much taller you are compared to him, it like drags like a train.
How much taller am I? I'm 4'7".
You are 2 feet, like
Okay.
more than 2 feet taller than him.
Yeah, you're like double his height.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, he kind of wraps it up and he just looks small. He's trying to his best to kind of just hide and not bring attention to himself. You start to see the walls off in the distance, and as you pass through the farmlands, folks kind of wave at y'all as you walk by, and was what you're used to. People are pretty friendly. Though some people who are coming out of the city, just people traveling in and out, kind of give you strange looks as you're carrying a huge rolled up like rug carpet looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get closer to the city, again, just Gavo's looking around, just like trying to take it in, but stay hidden as well as best as he can. As you approach the gate to the city, this large, just impressive walled gate, some of the guards that are standing by see you coming up and then kind of walk out in front of you and stop you and say, I'm sorry, what are you bringing into the city? What is that?
The stolen goods.
Yeah, we found stolen things that people were missing, and we went and got them.
The museum lost this tapestry
Wait,
a few days back.
hold on. Are you telling me that what the guards could not do, what the guards and the other very well-equipped individuals of this city who were charged by the Duke to find the stolen goods, you went out and found them yourself?
Yep, says something about the society and structure that you have here, but
it says even more about our Lord Quackers.
You should really hire more talented guards.
Lord Quackers Investigative Services.
I hand him a pamphlet.
This is the word. This is what we do. With the word, I'm struggling with the words, but you get. It's impressive, right?
He kind of frowns at you and says, now before I believe this insane story, I'm going to need to take a look at this and if it's really the tapestry.
I would prefer that be done at the museum with the oversight of those who are charged to protect this tapestry. You're welcome to walk right alongside of us as we take it there, but I would...
we're going to the museum first anyway, so...
Yeah. Prefer that to be done in the museum.
Very well, very well. Gosh, come on. And he calls over a couple more guards, and says, we'll follow you to the museum to confirm whether or not this is the true tapestry. And if you really are who you say you are, Lord Quackers Investigative Services, what that... It takes a look at a pamphlet and doesn't really look at it, just kind of tucks it into his jacket. He doesn't throw it away, that you can tell, but
that's the important thing. That's the important thing.
He
didn't
tucks
throw
it
it
into
away.
his jacket, he hears a soft quack in his mind.
kind of like looks around, is like kind of looks at you all, but he's definitely very confused and kind of looks at the pamphlet again, just kind of taps it a little bit.
Another quack in his mind.
Anyways, come on.
I just whisper over to Gabo, I was like, see, the trick is to plant the seed. The more you plant the seed, the more that they remember.
Oh, okay.
Also, you just quack at them. I honestly
You can't quack in their mind.
can't do that.
He's just gonna start quacking at people.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Poor boy. He doesn't know better.
Oh.
let's
So-
move on to the museum.
So you all are having a kind of just, a guarded trek to the museum. And as you walk that direction, we'll go ahead and we'll take a break. So we all can grab some snacks and do all of that. Get something to drink. I'm thirsty. So, chat, we will return in 10 minutes. We'll be back and we'll continue and pick up at the museum. So, all right, we will be right quack. Haha! We have returned. Ugh. Wonderful. Welcome back. Hope everyone checked out the mid-session poll that Misty Mountain Memes did. I filled it out. So, you should too. Marvelous. So, we're going to pick up. Y'all have gone on your way to the museum, being flanked by guards who are escorting you. And you're headed straight for the museum.
Right before we enter the museum, I'm just gonna kind of like look up at the guard next to me, be like, this is probably a good time to mention that the thief who stole these items came into town sometime yesterday.
Wait, so you know who did it?
Yeah, actually,
Oh, yeah.
you might know her name. Silveria?
I was gonna say, are we just gonna sell her out? I wasn't sure, but yeah, go for it.
I guess
that's
they're
Yeah,
gonna
fine.
sell her out.
she's the Duke's daughter.
No,
Okay.
not the Duke's daughter.
Oh,
She is the daughter of
the son of the Duke?
works in the Duke's home, I think is what she said. That feels right.
She is the daughter of the advisor to the Duke.
Advisor.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
What God said.
She claims she was just bored and wanted to see if she could get away with it. I don't know if she's much of a threat, but say no.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
let the
you
record
folks.
show.
Oh, you are all. Oh, I have very. Oh, this is definitely not the real tapestry, if you believe that.
Well, if it is the right tapestry, will you believe us?
Oh, still no. That's ridiculous. You have just.
Well,
You
well,
must
that's
have
your
run
own
into
thing,
someone who looks fair, as at least claims to be. Have you ever met her before?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
In the cave where she had all of these things stolen.
Yeah,
Your incompetence runs real deep.
Yeah,
think
quite confident for a man who couldn't find the stolen tapestry. It's quite large. Shall we go see if it's real or not, buddy?
Ooh, that's a lot of mouthiness.
Very well.
Ooh,
Um,
Luke is
I'm just
concerned.
I'm just leaning over to Gabo. I was like, no, just watch, just let this happen. just watch.
What's
Hey,
This is
it's-
confusing.
This it's so much more complicated than I can explain.
Tyler's going to march through the front doors of the museum and say, "Fear no longer, for we have solved the mystery."
Do we see anybody who works at the museum, like right at the entry?
You actually do. You see Vera, who is
Okay.
the curator for the West Wing, where the tapestry is supposed to be hanging. She is there talking to just someone who has entered in, just a kind of just making small talk with museum visitors and guests. And when she hears Tyler's voice, you just see her go, "Oh no, what
Vera,
is it?
We have
Wait.
found the tapestry.
What?
Shall we go to that back room so you can inspect it?
Hold on, everyone. Hang on. You found the tapestry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you sound surprised? Like,
Well,
I
It
had
was hard.
no
I-
faith in you. I had no faith in you. To be honest, I am amazed. I will be honest with you. I had no faith.
Well, it
But
wasn't
here
that
you are-
hard. It was just
Oh,
kind of.
but we need to make sure it's the right one. Benny. And she calls over Benny the dwarf, whom you all met last time you were in the museum.
Annie.
She says, yes, Vera. I can help. Come, grab the tapestry with me. And he calls over other guards, and they, the other museum, just kind of workers, take the tapestry off, and they start walking to the west wing where the tapestry is supposed to be. The guards kind of the guards who came with you motion for y'all to follow, and they'll follow behind you. Do y'all just go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you walk in, and Vera is in the process of having Benny and some other workers unroll the tapestry. And before it's even unfurled, she's like, "This is it. This is the tapestry."
Storm's going to look very sassily at the guard.
It sure is.
Tyler's puffing his chest up.
I like mimic Storm's sassy posture, but like a third of the size of
Much
her.
shorter.
And that is the kind of results you can get from Lord Quackers' investigations.
The guard definitely looks very surprised. It says, now, Vera, they claim that Lady Sovelia is the one behind these thefts.
Whoa, now, your tone, sir. Do you want to try that again without the sass?
No, I will keep the sass. That is what they claim. I think they just have any of you met her before you met her in this cave?
No.
So she could more than likely.
Correct. She could have told us she was anybody. However, how about when we're done here, after we just proved to you that we were more capable of finding the tapestry and returning it than you were, we go to the Duke's home and speak to Silveria. And in person, we'll be able to tell you.
Am I able to minor illusion like an image of her?
Let me look at the constraints of minor illusion.
Just, it says it can't be larger than a 5-foot cube. Oh, it has to be an object?
Of an object, yeah.
I can disguise self, but I don't want to give them the idea that we disguised
As her, yeah.
Yeah.
Vera does come up and kind of like puts a hand on the guard's shoulder. Just, I'm certain that you ran into an imposter. Lady Sovelia is put in a great deal of money and time into helping preserve and obtain many of the relics you see here, including many of these tapestries.
Can I minor illusion and mimic her voice confessing to stealing it?
You could.
Because how would I know what she sounds like if I haven't met her before?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. It happens. I don't exactly remember the words she used, but I use those words.
They hear you and they hear the voice and say, that does certainly sound like Sovelia. But again, anyone can, disguise their voice just as you did.
But how would I know what she sounds like if I've never met her before meeting her confessing to stealing these things?
Because whoever you met is the imposter doing the same trick you just did to fake the voice of Lady Sovelia.
Honestly.
Believe me, I know Lady Sovelia personally. She would never do something like this.
Then you would know that she's incredibly smart.
Yes, and would never do something like this. Now, please.
Listen. Y'all are so sexist up in here. This woman is incredibly smart. And she was so bored out of her mind that she had to steal something because she was a woman, nobody would listen to her. So she had to resort to stealing. That is what happens when you're sexist. Lyra's like fuming. She's like, I'm so done with you. Like, specifically the guard, but like...
Go ahead, just give me an intimidation check real quick.
Oh boy.
Lyra's expression, Storm is going to step in and say, look, I think if the gods and the museum promise that nothing will come of punishment to Lady Sovelia, she'll probably admit that she was just bored and wanted to see if she could get away with it. She had no problem telling us at all even under the threat of weapons and under the threat of us turning her in, she doesn't care about potential punishment. Like you said, she's Lady Silvelia. What are you guys going to do to her? She was bored. She'd probably tell you too.
Anna, what did you get? Oh, is Pinto? Sorry, Pinto's making a lot of noise upstairs, so Anna's having trouble responding.
I got a 19 for intimidation.
Oh yeah, this guard is thoroughly. He kind of like steps back and is just like, "Jeez, okay, all right," and just doesn't really keep eye contact with you. Very intimidated.
Don't look at me. I'm not gonna help you. Look at her. Look at her. She's talking to you. Don't look at me.
Why are you looking at me? Don't look at me.
Yes.
Where?
I'm not looking at me.
Yes. Well, either way, I'm afraid that you are mistaken. I am eternally grateful to you for recovering the tapestry, but I believe you have found someone who knows how to be an imposter and fake the appearance and voice of Lady Silvelia.
Well, regardless of who you believe, who we believe, and who you think we believe, I think a matter of payment is in order.
I was just about to say, pardon the squeaking.
Y'all have a duck in here? Oh, that's odd. That's odd.
It is odd.
It's
Perhaps it is our God telling you that we're correct.
right, yeah. Listen to Lord Quackers as he speaks the truth to you. You cannot deny his godly
Not
voice.
deny the God of
I
Lord
quack
Quackers.
in his mind.
What is happening? Vera does say, now please wait here one moment and we'll retrieve your payment. And she waves at Benny, and he, along with a few other guards, well, just Benny, walk off for a bit, and returns in a couple minutes with a large tray laden with 5 what appear to be coin bags.
I take a coin bag.
I take a coin bag.
I also take a coin bag.
Yes.
Me too.
I take one, but I act like I'm gonna hit the guard with it, and then I like,
He flinches a little bit.
yeah, and then
She said, Vera says, I hope you'll find 100 gold pieces each to be quite generous.
Cool.
And
Is that what we agreed upon?
I don't know if we agreed upon any price with
Yeah, I don't
them.
think we
We
did.
only agreed with the blacksmith,
Yeah.
yeah, that was 600.
which was 600. I don't think we agreed with I think we were just like, we're gonna find it for you. Yeah.
Oh, reward you handsomely.
Yeah.
That was basically it.
Well, I thank you very much.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yes. I hope if we ever need of your services again, we will contact you at the temple of your Lord Quackers.
Yes. yes,
To
indeed.
that, Storm is going to respond. If you don't trust that Lady Silvelia is capable, you likely will be needing us again.
Oh, I trust she is capable. She's very talented. She's not stupid. She would never do something that you insinuate she's doing. So the only reason I don't have a more harsh response
From
is
you again, and Storm's going to walk out on that note.
so, very well. I thank you all again. I bid you all adieu.
Look forward to hearing from you again. And we'll walk out
Yes.
with a small goblin still holding his hand.
Dolf, you do notice Gobbo's kind of looking at the coin sacks very, like confused.
As we are leaving the museum, explain currency?
It would be profitable for us to not explain. I'm just kidding.
Unfortunately, we are riddled with capitalism. So,
It's called money.
it's essentially we are exchanging goods for our services and finding that missing item. We give them the missing item, they give us compensation for it, as if you were to trade in food for clothes or anything that provides your skill for something that you want. And currently, this is what we want.
Money.
Oh.
And we can use this money to buy other things.
He just looks super confused.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to worry about this.
There were a lot of big words in there, and I was pretty confused too, if I'm being honest, Cavo.
That's just your general state of being, so don't worry about it.
It's true.
So to the fisherman's next?
To Curd and Carp is where you're going?
Curd and Carp.
All right. So, you walk across town to Curd and Carp Company. As you walk up to the office building where you previously had pretended to be Madame Cuzzle, a dwarven woman.
Right.
The guards outside the door recognize you and say, "Halt! Impersonators, who are you?" And
impersonators? What are you talking about?
Just tell Carp that we're here. He'll explain everything.
I will be doing that, but not because you told me to, but because you impersonated a business partner. That is unacceptable.
What you're referring to.
So I guess you don't want this thing back.
We became business partners.
I'm like, okay, well then I can just go sell this on the black market. See you later. And like start walking away with the.
So you like held it out?
Oh yeah.
Say, hang on. Go get Mr. Carp. And one of the other guards runs back into the building, and the form of Mr. Carp, his small frame, he comes out and looks to us and says, "Now, this is a bit strange, as if I recall, you told me your name was Madame Cuzzle, who I then met with immediately after meeting with you all."
So we lied to get in the door.
She's a distant cousin.
None of you are dwarves.
You don't know that I don't have any dwarf blood in me.
Look, Mr. Carp, we lied to get in the door.
I could have been adopted.
They wouldn't let us in here, and we want to get your thing back to you, so you're welcome.
You are the winner in this exchange.
I agree. I suppose that since you have returned with the Antikythera, that any sort of charges and any sort of the impersonation of a business partner is a rather serious offense. But I will drop it, and then all.
Oh, I can drop this.
Please don't. I asked.
I'm going to try and grab it from Lyra. Lyra's got a lot of sass going on right
She's
now.
going through some shit.
I'm afraid of the repercussions of that.
If I may, I will take it, and I will reward you for returning it to me.
Did your voice just change?
No, this has been my voice. Probably. It's been a long time since Mr. Carp's spoken.
Got a carp in your throat, Mr. Carp?
Very possibly. Now go get 50 gold each. That is how much they deserve.
No.
Yeah, we pull it back toward.
Now, I will say, it is less. It is 50 gold each is very generous, considering you should be arrested for impersonating.
50. I'll take the 50 gold. Give the rest of my compatriots 100.
that is not how this works.
This is
Yeah, he's right.
or
It's not
I
how
was
it
the
works.
only one
100
that
for all
did
of
the
us.
I was the only one that did the impersonation.
I didn't impersonate anyone.
No one else impersonated anything. I was the only one that did the impersonation, and I will take the cut for it.
Sir, I just work here.
We have provided you a service in which will continue to benefit your company, for this is your company's prized possession. I believe we should be compensated for our efforts of bringing this piece of equipment that belonged to you that is very important to you. And if you need to bring about punishment for impersonating someone, which I admit was a little far, but was the only way to get to you in order to get information, I will take that punishment.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
How much did Mr. Carp say it was worth? I feel like, because I know Dolf wants one of his own.
It was
Priceless.
yeah, it was like very rare and powerful.
His whole like fish empire is built on the need for this thing.
So like threatening to smash it and throw it in the water would light a fire under his ass, perhaps.
Probably.
Oh
Please
yes.
don't do that. I'm doing the best that I can for you.
Storm will wait to see how this plays out.
I rolled a 22.
Mr. Carpco just kind of thinks for a second, says, "Very well. You get 50. Everyone else may have 100 gold." And he like snaps at one of the guards, and they go in and grab similar coin pouches that you got from the museum. And everyone but Dolf is awarded 100 gold, and Dolf, you are only receive 50.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, thanks, doll.
Now, the Antikythera, please.
Lyra?
Oh, am I still holding it? I thought Storm took it.
Yeah, Storm has it. She'll
Storm.
hand it to him. Just there you go.
Thank you. Now, all is forgiven, but I ask that you do not attempt to lie and to get my attention. You simply need to schedule a meeting with me. I can meet with people. Just
I hold my hand out to Lyra. Pamphlet.
Oh, I hand him a pamphlet.
And it's like, you can find us
Mr.
here.
Kopp, we do have a question for you. I think perhaps best asked out of the earshot of others. And Storm's going to kind of eye the guards near him.
very well. Come to my office. And he walks inside, and the guards allow you to pass.
Mr. Kopp, we have heard about these races, and I know we've spoken about these before with you. It is in our best interest to know the location of the next one, and I think that we've proven ourselves quite trustworthy by bringing this back to you. As you said in our initial meeting, it's priceless, and
also not spreading around further that it is gone missing and been stolen by petty theft.
so I do think a certain decorum has been achieved, that the information of the next race feels like good compensation for that rapport.
If you had asked for that instead of 100 gold, yes, I would have given that to you. But no, I'm
my
afraid I
God.
will not reveal that information, as, again, you lied and made a fool out of me.
Would you like to know who stole it?
Yes, if you have that information, though at this point, if you're using that information to get information on the races, I do not care. And I bid you a good day, if that is the case.
Keep an eye on all your possessions, because I'm sure she'll strike again.
And we will not help you next time.
Well, I doubt there will be a next time. Now, good day. And he
That's what you think.
waves you out of his office.
As we walk towards the blacksmiths,
I think
I just. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say to Storm, Storm, I just thought I'd mention I do have a connection, lead on the races. I met a gentleman back at the circus, and I'm supposed to meet up with him while we're in town. So and he seemed to know something. So yeah, just so you know. Yeah.
And I'm
Prior
pretty
to
sure if we
leaving-
ask the blacksmith, he also has a connection.
Yeah, prior to
But I got a really good connection. I just wanted to be known that I got the best connection.
you got that good.
No, I think you're missing a few connections.
I've got all the best connections.
My
Now
God.
to the blacksmith.
Before we leave Park's office, I want to cast Unseen Servant.
Oh my
All
Just
right.
leave it in there. Overhear some information, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Unseen Servant can do that. I can pull it up now.
I'm looking at it now. It cannot. It is simply like a thing that performs
Little robot
tasks.
thing.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, it
Never
cannot
mind that.
like listen in.
It's a construct.
All right. So you make your way to the blacksmith's.
Yeah, as we're going over there, I'm just gonna bet. It's like, I mean, I know we're gonna keep on saying that she stole it, but I think at this point, no one's going to believe us.
Yeah.
And even if they do, I don't know if there's much things that they can do about it because she's so high in power, or she has just more renown.
I would say especially
We
a blacksmith.
could keep on saying that that she stole it, but I don't think that's gonna get us anywhere.
Well, at this point, I'm honestly more concerned about how we're going to get that sword out of your hand.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Joffrey will figure it out. He made it after all.
Don't worry. When the time comes, I will go on the direction that I am needed.
Has Dolph been carrying this sword like into the museum and
Mhm.
into the, like unsheathed? Just, like,
Hasn't spoken.
and nobody's like questioned the
Someone-
fact that he has a sword out.
Nope.
Dolph doesn't look very menacing unless he wants to be.
I'm very small.
All right. So you arrive at Joffrey Blacksmith's blacksmith shop. And when you walk in, Joffrey is at the front, just at the register area, and he sees you all, and he sees Rune, and his jaw just drops. He says, "You retrieved him, but you also unsheathed him.
Not my fault. It unsheathed itself.
Wait, hang on. Did you say it unsheathed itself?
More like it forced me to unsheath it.
Now, I believe you are the one who created me, or at least had a hand in creating me.
Yes, this is meet your maker.
Yes, I am the runic one. That is the title I have decided for myself.
We've just been calling it Rune.
Yes. Now, Joffrey's kind of just like taken aback. He's like, he knew this was going to be a magical sentient sword, but it definitely is a little more intense than what he was expecting. Says, now, here, I believe we can save all the pleasantries for later. But for now, I will return to my sheath, and you may present me to whoever I was originally supposed to be presented to. And with that, Dolf, your arm just sheaths Rune, and you're able to let go.
Oh my god. My arm is just dead.
Yeah.
I'm holding one hand is holding Gabo, the other arm is just dead.
It's like atrophied almost. It's just like, ah.
It's like, well, It's been how long? And now it wants to go back in its sheath. It's been like more than
a little over
a
2
day.
days. Almost 2 days, yeah.
Almost 2 days that my arms just been up. Oh God.
Well, thank you. This is amazing. And he like takes rune from you. He says, "This, while this isn't necessarily how it would normally be presented, I believe this worked just fine. It seems to be in working order, and no damage is done. Thank you very much. This, here."
So from what I understand, and from what Rune has kind of been saying, it seems like Rune has to accept the Duke, and it seems that I tried my best to make it not imprint on me whatsoever.
Oh, don't worry. It's a sword. It's the Duke's son is well aware of what may or may not happen. That sentient swords are more finicky, but they inherently have more power. Now, this one obviously is between me and Jobriath. We did a bit of a too good of job. But this will work. I think I can make it work, and honestly, thank you. Here, 600 gold as promised, and he just places it in your hand, just this huge sack.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as any time any of you are in my shop and need to purchase something, everything is half off.
Oh.
Everything, as price is marked, everything is half off.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you.
Good to know.
Yes, that and he kind of leans into you, Dolph, and he says that includes the project you wanted me to start working on.
Ooh. So now, so what you're saying that now it's 150 gold. Is it
1,500 gold? Yes.
Oh, 1,500 gold. Yes.
Yeah, it was 3,000.
Yes, it was 3,000 gold. Yes. I was totally not doing math over here at all.
Yes. Now, once Jobriath awakens, he will certainly want to repay you by helping me make this item. And I will send a message to the temple when it is finished, but we will have to wait for Jobriath to wake up. And
Yep. That's all good. That is all good.
yes. Now, thank you. And when I would like for when the ceremony, for when I present Rune to the Duke's son, I would like for all of you to be present and make it known that you 5 were the capable ones. He kind of looks around. You 6 were the capable ones who returned the rune to me, so that I may present it to the Duke's son. So I will send a message to the temple as to when that will be happening.
A quick question regarding that ceremony. How formal would you say it is?
You will be in front of the Duke. It'll be as formal as anything you've ever been to in your past. And if you've never been to an incredibly formal event, you may need to acquire some nice clothes.
Storm's
Time
gonna look down.
Time to buff this armor up to be as shiny as possible.
A shopping
Fancy party, you said.
Yes. Well, it's more of a ceremony and not so much of a party, though. Knowing the Duke, he'll probably have
Details.
food and drinks available. But and Storm, don't worry. There are centaurs that we have enough sort of clothing stores available for all types of individuals. Don't worry.
When is this ceremony?
It's not scheduled yet, as again the sword was missing.
Ah.
So I will let you know when it is occurring, and I'll send a message to the temple and let you know.
Well, thank you, Joffrey.
No, thank you. And he shakes all of your hands, and he actually reaches out for Gabbo's hand, and Gabbo kind of shrinks back a little bit, and he's like, but Joffrey is like, I understand. I don't think we've met, but introductions can wait, as I see you're rather uncomfortable. That is okay. Now, yes, thank you. I must inform the Duke. please, anytime you're around the shop, just come and see me, and I'll get you whatever you need for half off.
Perhaps we should go back to the temple to
Mhm.
check on individual sleeping in the back room.
Yes. Just so everyone knows, collectively, we have 1550 in gold collectively.
Nice.
I think individually we have 320, I believe, if my math is correct.
And that's just from what we got right now, or total?
Just from what we got right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
So we're
So
adding
you,
that last one.
so you all have 320 gold each. I have 270
Cool.
from just what we got.
Sweet. All right, so y'all are heading back to the temple now.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So you make your way back to the temple, and you go down just the road of all the temples, the holy way almost, and it's you walk past the temple dedicated to the chicken god. You see it's bustling with individuals as always, and again, a little annoyed as you're prepared to see just you're kind of, you're very not nearly as busy temple. But you notice something really strange as you start to approach. You find it bustling with people, and in fact, it's so full. There's a line of people waiting to get in to your temple. Your evangelism for Lord Quackers has paid off.
Hell yeah.
We don't gotta worry about red boys.
Yes.
It takes you a while to get in as people don't really notice you at first and kind of have to wait in line, but then people start to recognize you.
I think we should probably go through the back.
Yeah.
We can't get through the
I'm
front.
gonna see the line and say, let's go through the back door, guys.
Well, before you're able to, you get recognized
Mm.
by some individuals in the line, and they say, "Oh, it's the Lord Quacker's apostles. Come in." And they, the crowd starts to understand who you all are, and like waves for you all to like come inside.
Go inside.
Yeah.
So when you go inside, it's packed out. Like people do their best to make room for you all. But it's tight. It's again this is not a big temple, but it's filled. And I mean, there's probably a few hundred individuals that are trying to be in here. Now, the thing that stands out to you most is not the amount of people, but there's an individual. There is a single individual standing in front of the large statue of Lord Quackers. This individual is dressed in ornate brown, green, and white robes. The white robes are adorned with long feathers and various shades of brown along the shoulders and collar. He stands at the altar of the temple, just in front of the statue of Lord Quackers. His skin is kind of a dark olive color. His hair is long and luscious, and white, and a little feathery in nature.
My God.
He is rather attractive, you note. And over the bustle of people, you can't quite hear what he says, but you can see people listening to him intently. And as you get closer, this man looks up and sees all of you, and this wide grin just plays across his face. And he extends his hands out to you, and he says, "Look and see,
Oh my God.
my loyal apostles who have so generously spread the splendor to all of you. Welcome them and rejoice." And he says, and he steps down, and people start applauding you, and people just spread before him. And he's tall. He's rather tall. Not quite as tall as you, Storm, but taller than the rest of you. You can feel and see the raw magical power emanating from him. And as he approaches you with his arms wide, you can actually kind of see ethereal wings stretch out from his back, and the shadow playing against the duck statue
Shut
behind
up.
him resembles duck wings.
Oh my god.
And you all realize at the same time, though Tyler takes you just a tad longer, that this impressive figure before you is in fact Lord Quackers.
Get out of here.
And that's where we're gonna end it this month.
Oh my god. I can't believe Lord Quackers has a persona.
Oh,
He's,
guys, Lord Quackers is hot.
Yeah, he is hot. I mean, like,
If
Oh.
you didn't have a magical girl transformation to get to this,
No. But it's opposite.
Quackers is hot, guys.
It's not a fursona because it's opposite. Because
it's
he was
a
duck.
It is
I-
quite literally a persona.
It's a persona.
Persona.
Okay.
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 Why now? Like,
Because we
There's
have
enough
the
people
people.
Yeah,
We
enough
didn't have
people
enough
believe in
people.
him.
We didn't have enough people believing in him, and he did not have enough power to become a person.
Just
What
think
has
of like
been-
Tinkerbell from from
Okay.
Pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my
What has
Okay.
been this session?
Oh, all right. We
Can I
We
give a
cannot
general
meet
comparison to his
no.
likeness?
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
I don't even want it.
He is like, I don't know, just think like the impressive stature of Jason Momoa.
yes.
And kind of like that same dark skin and all of that, and just the beautiful face. But the hair is just like white, and it does look like kind of like feathers descending down.
Is it Jason Momoa mixed with Geralt of Rivia?
Yes, that is exactly it. Like jacked and
Wow.
all. He is
Woo.
large and beautiful.
That is a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Is hot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And as a final treat, guess what you guys get to do?
We get to level up.
You guys get to level up.
Wow.
Woo-hoo!
Wait.
Nice.
So we won't do that
Level up.
on the live stream, as that can just become kind of a tedious thing to listen to. We'll do that in our own time. But everyone, thank you, chat, for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed this session. This session's been kind of crazy. Now, are there any announcements from my players? I know, AJ, you definitely do.
Just my
Definitely
usual.
will.
If anyone else has something before I go, because I'll take a bit since I don't have my usual script in front of me.
Take it away, AJ.
You got it. You've got this. Only other thing is our next live stream will be June 2nd.
Yes.
So that way you can go ahead and put that on your calendars. Unless that ends up changing for some strange reason.
I'll go ahead and throw my socials in the chat. And then I guess anybody else who's throwing theirs in there will be there while AJ does his spiel.
Yes.
Okay.
Take it away,
All right.
AJ.
Hi, my name is AJ, also known as Husha Kid. You can find me on the 3 T's of social media, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch as Husha_Kid. I am a part of a production of a Filipino anthology film with with elements of magical realism called Witness to a Devouring Monster. We are currently funding the project. We are done filming. We're mostly done editing, but we are now funding the project. You can find that contribution link in the bio of my Twitter. It should be the first thing on my bite size on my Twitter. On Tuesdays, you can find me on the Fey Realm channel on Twitch at 8:30 p.m. EST playing Valorian. He sounds like Winnie the Pooh. He's a giant. He has a giant thunder hammer, and he talks to 3 gods at once on his armor.
Bother.
Oh bother. And then on Sundays, you can find me on the Chaotic Pod channel on Twitch at 5 p.m. EST for Hidden Magics, playing Keon, your totally normal, no secrets at all bugbear fighter. He's completely normal. There's there's nothing secretive about him. I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone else is suspicious, not me. And then you can just, if you follow my Twitter, you'll probably see me go online random times, mostly probably on Thursdays, for getting those wins on all the games. Don't check the VODs. I always win with my team, Dub Club. It's fine. We just win. And that is it for now.
Woo!
Marvelous. Wonderful. Well, everyone, thank you all. Thank you to my wonderful players. You all did fantastic. This is so great. I always look forward to this every month. And thank you again to chat and everyone who stuck around to watch us just have ridiculous fun playing D&D and being goofy and silly. And we'll see you all next month. Thank you, everyone.
Luke, if you want to shout out who does our music real quick.
Yes, Arcane Anthem. I always forget this. Arcane Anthems is the wonderful composer of the music you hear during the Starting Soon screen and the We Will Be Right Quack screen. Also, thank you to AJ and Luke, our two players here, who helped create the graphics you see this screen, as well as the little GIFs or GIFs. Never know how to pronounce it. I hear something different every time. That you see of characters walking about. And lastly, thank you, Misty Mountain Memes, our meme fan page. You are amazing. We appreciate you, and everything you do bring joy to our hearts. So, wonderful. Everyone, thank you. We hope you have the most splendid of nights, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.